Hello everybody. Recently in the press there have been stories about how bamboo, which was extremely popular in the late 1990s and early 2000s due to gardening TV shows, has been causing structural damage to homes and driveways. I've even seen photos published of it coming up through gaps in floorboards and lifting patio slabs. In this video I'm going to cut through the nonsense and set the record straight about how to grow it, control it and get rid of it. Now there are two types of bamboo, running and clumping. First I will talk about running bamboo, as that is the one in the headlines, but stay watching as clumping bamboo isn't as friendly as many are making it out to be. Now running bamboo usually grows no more than 1/4 of a metre deep in the ground, but it can spread horizontally by up to 1.5 metres a year. And the offshoots grow vertically as canes, sometimes only a few inches apart. Running bamboo can lift tarmac and patio slabs, but its rapid growth is what gardeners struggle with the most. I don't recommend growing running bamboo at all, but I have seen it contained in raised flower beds with solid concrete bases and thick brick walls. If you just grow running bamboo in an open spot in your garden, it's likely to cause huge problems for you down the line. Now clumping bamboo doesn't have runners, so it travels less far, often no more than 1 metre or so, but don't be lured into believing that this is safe to grow. The root system of clumping bamboo is even stronger than running bamboo. It has enough strength to damage pipework, brickwork and foundations. If you want to grow clumping bamboo, I suggest only doing so if you have a huge garden and you can locate it far enough away from driveways, walls or pipework. As for removing bamboo, there are 3 natural options and 1 chemical option. I will cover these in more detail in another video, but here's the basics. The first natural option is to dig it out. Running bamboo travels very far but is also very shallow, often only a few inches beneath the soil. You have to be thorough here. If you leave any part in the ground, it will reshoot. The second natural option is to allow it to grow and just before the leaves form, cut it down to ground level. You then need to repeat this over 3 to 6 years. The growth drains energy from the root system, and by cutting it off just before the leaves form, you starve the plant of new energy. Eventually, it dies. It's very important that you allow it to grow a bit first, rather than just chopping off the canes when they first shoot up. Of course, this approach isn't practical for most people, as it takes years and years, and you need to stay very focused to prevent the plant from spreading. The third natural approach is to chop the canes to the ground and cover the entire area with a black plastic sheet, ideally something heavy duty. This dries out the soil and cooks the ground. The sheet may need to be left in place for several years and shouldn't be covered with soil or chippings or anything that protects it from the sunlight. Again, this isn't the most practical approach, but is a natural option. The final approach is to use glyphosate in the strongest concentration you can find. It may take several applications over several years, and you will need to cut the bamboo just above ground level and pour the chemical onto the exposed end of the cane. No gardener likes using this stuff, but running bamboo is sometimes so invasive that there are no other options. A recent study showed that glyphosate has a half-life of between 3 days and several weeks and can therefore persist in the soil for up to a year in small quantities. Therefore, you will need to quarantine this part of the garden at least for a year after the bamboo is dead, as any plants that you put down may struggle to grow in that first year. Personally, I don't think bamboo, especially running bamboo, is suitable for the average garden. The safer option is to grow bamboo in containers or not at all. So look, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in another video.